Hello, my lovely viewers. Welcome back once again to Fauzan Harun channel. And in this video, I'm going to look at the performance of some EPL, some of most all the EPL teams this season at the end of first round. As I told you some times back, after the end of first round, I'm going to do review to see the teams that are performing and probably look at my prediction as the year unfolds. Like, comment, and subscribe if this happens to be your first time of joining me on the show. And so far, let me start with the first team on the league table, Manchester United. Manchester United has been fantastic so far, honestly. And there are so many talks that are going on with respect to how Manchester United is performing, whether indeed it is for real. It is for real, as in the reason being that some pundits thinks it will be like how Chelsea some time back and during the first week of December, after Chelsea defeated Leeds United 3-1. Chelsea was on top of the table, and so many pundits back then touted Chelsea as a title contender. And yes, myself included, I also touted Chelsea as a title contender back then. And I, however, admitted that let's still play more games, maybe after 13 matches, or probably at the end of the first round, as currently it is at the end of the first round, before I can make an absolute prediction with respect to how the season is going to unfold. And so with this in mind, table in mind, it has come to buttress and confirm the reason why I had to wait to make the review of the teams till the end of the first round. And currently, going forward, prediction for Manchester United is that they may win or possibly place second in the league log at the end of the season. Manchester City, currently second, but have a game in hand with 38 points. Remember, Manchester United is having 40 points. Manchester City has 38 points with a game in hand after they have played 18 games instead of 19. They have one game, I think, against Everton also. Yeah. So they have built fantastic team. Pep Guardiola bringing in João Cancelo, Ruben Neves, Bernardo Silva, Ike Gundogan are finding their forms. Kevin De Bruyne is unfortunately injured, but hopefully they may come back stronger. I trust Manchester City to do so. The league, they are strong title contenders because with respect to the one game that they have, if they win that game, they will overtake Manchester United on top. Leicester City, once again, a fantastic team of the season, built by Brendan Rodgers. And Brendan Rodgers, before the appointment of Thomas Tuchel, was rumored to also be a favorite to take over the Chelsea job. But as you are all aware, you bear in mind with me, you can't leave Leicester City midstream. And so he's doing a fantastic job at Leicester. Hopefully, they may continue their title challenge. And one thing about Leicester is that most of their games, they don't easily draw so many games. They've drawn only 2 games and won 12. Most of it is either they win or they lose, because you see, and their level of play communicates to so many of us football pundits out there, because they attack in great numbers. So it's either they open up, they score you, you also score them, and they get the points. They either lose or win. So that's how they play their game. And so they risk up, they take the risk. So in taking the risk, they've benefited a lot by winning most of the games and drawing only 2 and losing 5. Liverpool has not been doing well of late, unfortunately. They are supposed to be the title contenders, and they are still title contenders, because when you look at their difference in points with respect to the top, it's only 6 points. And so I see them to be strongly in contention despite the difficulties that they are currently facing. And one thing that I'm convinced about is that an issue of Liverpool is a clear case of a team that has won the Champions League by luck. That's how I see it anyway. They have the quality, but not depth. When we say depth, as you are all aware with me, bear in mind with me, a team that has from 1 to 22, the 11 players on the field, the 11 players on the bench that have enough and resourceful quality to compete against at any level whenever players are called upon to do so. As a clear example is Manchester City, and now currently Manchester United is also closely inching there, but they've not gone there. The reason being that Manchester United are doing well in the league, but they blew it out in the Champions League, and so now we wouldn't say they've reached that stage yet. Maybe next season they may perform better in the Champions League. Fine, we wait to see. But any team will want to be measured with its performance in the Champions League, and so that's why I say, despite Chelsea not performing, they are still in the Champions League, mind you, and Manchester is out. So Manchester is inching there closely. Liverpool, I think they don't have the depth. They don't have depth. They don't have the strength in depth. It's just a clear case of having 13 or 14 quality players in their team. Likewise, Tottenham Hotspur's clear case of having 15 or 16 quality players in their team, 13. Just like Liverpool, almost at the same par, but Liverpool a little bit better than them. So they are all still in the title reckoning. Everton is also in the mix there, having 2 games more. Mind you, Tottenham Hotspur is having 1 game more with 33 points currently. And then Everton is also there on 6th position, beating Chelsea, despite having 2 games in hand. Come on. So they're in the mix. The West Ham United, 7th, having 32 points. We played all their games. And then Aston Villa is also another fantastic team that we want to talk about is Aston Villa. Dean Smith has built a winsome team, and no wonder they thrashed Liverpool 7-2 in the course of the season. And then Chelsea is also in there, but difficult. I don't know, with the arrival of Thomas Tuchel, whether we could change things around now, whether we can change things around now with the arrival of Thomas Tuchel. Hopefully we're going to do it. And Southampton, Ralph Hasenhuttl has built a very fantastic squad capable of beating all the big boys there and playing competitively against the big boys. I remember their game against Chelsea, which ended 3-3, and then beating Liverpool recently 1-0. Liverpool is in the deep in form, and so this is the right time to take advantage of Liverpool. And also, 11th position, we have Arsenal. Excuse me. Like, comment, and subscribe if this happens to be your first time of joining me. At the 11th position, we have Arsenal there. Arsenal, after they're starting poorly in the season, they are picking up strongly and coming up in the season. Hopefully, they are coming up. And the difference between Arsenal and Chelsea is only 2 points. Can you imagine? At the point in time, Arsenal was near the relegation zone. Chelsea was leading Arsenal by 10 or 11 points. So no wonder. So that is not surprising at all that Frank Lampard has been sacked, because the difference between Chelsea and Arsenal is only 2 points now. Can you imagine? And then Leeds United also topsy-turvy on and off performance there, losing so many games there, and 9 games also, winning 7, drawing 2. They're having 23 points. Crystal Palace also in there in the 13th position, also battling in for mid-table slot. Wolverhampton Wanderers there in 14th. They beat Chelsea in December 14th. They also this Nuno Espirito is doing a good job there, bringing in new players after the exit of Diego Jota and the likes. And also we have Burnley, they're also 15th. They recently defeated Liverpool. The 4-year home record of Liverpool was snatched away by Burnley. And somebody said a clear case of a lady reserving her virginity for a madman to break her virginity. Quite unfortunately, they're happening. And Newcastle also, their coach Stephen Bruce is also under pressure right now. And he may possibly, as the tabloids are reporting, be the next coach to be sacked apart from Frank Lampard. Hopefully, he may do the survivor there. And also, Brighton is also doing the Tariq Lamptey, and then the coach there doing well there. In the coach there, bringing in the likes of Gifs Bissouma and Neil Maupay and those likes there. This guy, the former Manchester United player there, they doing Welbeck. Danny Welbeck doing there also there. And then Fulham, we have Scott Parker, our West London opponents there, derby opponents there, doing also well. Though they are getting more draws there, they have to start winning. They are 18th still in the relegation mix. West Bromwich Albion, they are having 11 points after sacking of Slavian Bilic and then bringing on Sam Allardyce, they are still struggling. And then Chris Waters, Sheffield United, are down in the 20th position. So my prediction going forward is that it's going to still be a 5 or 6 horse race in the title. And the difference between Chelsea and the top is 11 points, 29 points as against Manchester having 40 points. And if Chelsea are to challenge in the title, it may sound funny to you. Chelsea can still challenge in the title, can put a challenge to the title. They have to start winning and shouldn't be dropping points, as the top are also not dropping points. Like, comment, subscribe if this happens to be your first time of joining me. Thank you very much for spending your precious time to engage with me on this show. God richly bless you as always. And my prediction is either Manchester United or Man City possibly winning the league. So it may be a surprise if Chelsea come in. I will be happy, but it's proving difficult day in, day out. Thank you very much for engaging with me on this channel. Cheers. I love you wherever you are. Hope to meet you again. Bye-bye.